Hey guys, welcome to the Truth Room. Today's video is about emotional healing for Indigo adults. Pretty specific, but you'll see why. So many of us grow up in an environment where it's not emotionally sound, or our personality doesn't really harmonize with our environment, or yet we have oversensitivity to the emotions of others, so we take that on and don't know how to express it. So a lot of us grow up in a childhood environment where we feel as though we're being punished or disciplined for the emotions that we're expressing. So a lot of times that looks like our emotions are being dismissed or disapproved of, or we're just being rejected. So we grow up thinking it's not okay to feel what we feel, and we kind of disassociate from our own inner guidance system. So when we start believing that what we feel can't be trusted or there's something wrong with it, we start believing that there's something wrong with us. So to give you some of my own experience, because I always feel like it's helpful to hear personal scenarios because it's almost the wisdom behind the experience. It could be shared and probably resonate with a lot of people. So I remember as I was going through adolescence and starting to wake up to the fact that this sensitivity, this spiritual perspective I had that was misunderstood was actually my gift. It was actually something that not only would heal me, but could potentially heal others. And I remember thinking, gosh, this is really a broader perspective I have. This is really a wonderful thing. But there were those wounds from childhood that all of us usually experience, all of us Indigo adults, because the wound is basically the years of experiencing disapproval of your emotional expression, years of being sort of dismissed for feeling as much as you felt. You start actually doing it to yourself. It's a trigger. Every time you have a negative emotion or feel that you're being rejected or feel isolated or lonely or whatever those feelings you're feeling, it triggers that almost internal switch to reject yourself, to dismiss that feeling, to not accept that you're having that feeling. So it spirals you into that emotional trauma of the disconnect from your true self. So how do we reconnect? What do we do to reconnect with our emotional self, to reconnect with our true self? Well, there's 3 short steps. The first one is, instead of doing what was done to you and resisting and rejecting your feeling, I want you to allow your feelings. When it happens to me, I sit there, I allow what's coming through, no judgment. We get stuck and we become very negative because we have a judgment about what we're feeling. So we're going to allow it to flow through us. We're going to acknowledge it. And you'll see quickly, when you first start to acknowledge your own feelings without fear or judgment, they start to get less. They dissipate. The negativity dissipates. And then after you allow it, the second thing is you listen to what it has to say to you. It wants to speak. Spirit wants to speak through your emotions. So give it a voice. What does it want to say? And the third thing is, which I think is most important, is reframing. So if your emotion talks and it says something to you that sounds very childlike, that says something like, oh, I'm bad, or whatever it says, you can now, from a place of maturity and awareness, reframe it. So I forgive myself for buying into the misinterpretation that I am bad or what I feel is wrong. The truth is, this is how I feel, and it makes perfect sense for me. And then you let it go. Those are 3 short steps, and I'll have more in detail on my blog. But for today, I just wanted to start the process for you guys of a very easy way of coaching yourself back to emotional health. I hope that was helpful, and I'll be doing many more of these blogs on indigos, indigo adults, and all of that, because it's my favorite subject. And I hope you have a beautiful day. Namaste.